In order to do that, we come down here and we're going to pop the hood. You're just going to move this little lever over here to open the hood. Put this down. So what you're going to do is you're going to remove this positive over here. We're going to want to take this and this bolt off. So this is just a 10 millimeter socket. So you just need to loosen them up enough to actually get this off. I'm going to slide that off. You know, got a little bit of corrosion, but not much. There we go. Turns out to be a 13 millimeter. Don't do that. So you got your battery retaining clip. And battery cover. Now you want to note which one's positive. So this was positive, that's positive, negative, negative. Grease to prevent corrosion. And they give you these little terminal covers. Alright, that's good. I think this just insulates the battery for whatever reason, probably heat. Alright, so there's a little lip on this battery that goes underneath here, and then this will go on to the front side. You can see here, there's a couple of retaining clips. You can pop them off, and you can get this out of your way. Get your hands in there. I'm just going to put this back in. Again, I'll give you a close shot of where that is when I'm done. Just gotta get this in here. Now, you can also, I haven't done this most of the time, but you can also put a little bit of grease, and it prevents the corrosion from the terminal. It's also good if you take a little bit of wire or something in here and just knock off some of this corrosion. Get a little bit of sandpaper if you have it. What you don't want to do is touch both terminals at the same time, because then electricity can go through your chest. So you're just going to use a 10 millimeter wrench to tighten these back up. You're going to want to make sure they're pushed down and tighten them up such that they don't come loose. So move them around. That one's good. So this one's a little bit odd. If you unscrew this too much, this will come out on the bottom and it'll just spin while you're trying to tighten it up. So you have to seat this little thing in here before you tighten it down. So make sure you have good connection. And you're going to want to tighten this up. This is 10 millimeter. So we're just going to tighten that up. Make sure it's as far down as you can get it. Don't want to over tighten anything. You are tightening up against lead, so it is pretty soft. But you want to make sure that you get a good connection. That way it doesn't just slide off. Now, remember we took this and moved it before so we can get our hands in here to put that little retaining clip. And that retaining clip, if you can see it, it's down there holding the battery in. What we want to do now is we got to slide this back in. If you can slide that back in, so it's got to come in here and here. And then there's a retaining pin or clip here. And there's another one over here. And you're done. So this should be good to go. I'm going to try to start it up and see what it looks like. Make sure it works. So it starts up. So it's all good. And then the real test is if I turn on the AC and the radio and I go to test it, it still starts up. Okay, so it no longer has a starting issue.